Wait for 2 minutes before the class starts. And I will show you what today's lesson is about. Sofia Carrasco, there she is. Hello, Sofia. We will start in a second. One minute, in fact, so we can have more students present. There we have more, finally. Today is a sleepy morning, apparently. Right? So how have you been? Good, bad, not so good, not so bad. Yes, Renato says, no, Rodrigo, so. Yeah, Mati, excellent. Good, good, Maxi. Okay, so we are going to get started. I would like to hear you to say present. So good morning to all of you. Sebastiana is just joining. I don't know if you had the opportunity to see that today's lesson is going to be a combination of Google Meets and Zoom, and we're going to have these breakout rooms. On the beginning of the class, after I call the roll, I'm going to continue with the instructions because I have to show you the presentation that I have for you, and also to share all the documents with you. All documents were already uploaded at Aula Virtual, so you can download them from Aula Virtual as well. All right. So let's go with your attendance first. You tell me, Agustín Escobar, are you here?
Yeah, present.
Yes. Hello, Francisca Arancibia. Giovanni Agüero.
Present, Miss.
Hello, Camila
Hello.
Murga.
Present.
Hello, Cami Matías. Yes, I saw Mati Costa.
Present.
Octavio Quiroz.
Present.
Hello. Sebastián Lara.
Present.
Sofía Carrasco.
Present, Miss.
Hello. Let me see who's trying to enter. Rocío Huigüeña is trying to enter the class. Rocío Aravena. No?
Hola, sí.
Oh, there you are. Maida Camposano.
Present.
Hello. Alexis Sareki. Alexis Sareki is not. Okay. Okay, so Sareki is not here, right? I'm going to mark it. And has Francisca Arancibia arrived? No? Yes, okay,
Here.
you're here. Sareki hasn't arrived yet, right? Grisel Guerrero.
I'm here.
Hello.
Hello.
Matías Riquelme.
Hi, Miss. Present.
Hello. I forgot to ask Agustín Escobar because Agustín was absent last class. Agustín, what is your field of study? What do you want to study? Pedagogy in what? Because that depends on what we have today.
The last class, I am present.
You were present, but
Yeah.
I don't have your answer written. Can you tell me what you want to study at PUCV?
History.
History. Thank you. I didn't have you with the answer. Oh, and you said you were present because I have you as absent. Sareki, I saw you that you entered the class.
Yeah, hello, Miss. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Josefina Merino.
Present.
Josefina, what do you want to study?
Pedagogy, así se dice.
Pedagogy in what?
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Basic.
Basic pedagogy.
Yes, or psychology.
Elementary school teacher or psychology. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Joaquín Duarte.
Hi, Miss.
Hello. Belén Olmos. No, Belen? The mathematics and physics is not here. Cristobal Montero, the physical education teacher. It's not? Yes, I saw Cristobal Montero. Is he here? No? I thought I saw him. Sorry, Cristobal is not here. Fabricio Montero is here, right?
Good morning.
Morning. Felipe Catalán.
Hi.
Hello, and Felipe Hinojosa.
Hi, Miss.
Eduardo, my future colleague, are you here? Oh, he's not here, Eduardo. Where is Josefa Sanchez?
Present.
Hello, Maximiliano Terán.
Present.
Renata Millas.
Present.
Who is trying to enter the class? Bailin Olmos is here. Rodrigo Brito.
Morning.
Morning. Sebastiana. Is Sebastiana
Present.
here?
Yeah.
Sebastiana, I don't have it written. What would you like to study?
Elementary school and basic.
Elementary school, very good. Okay, so you're going to be working, you have a partner now. Catalina Cunha, the arts teacher. Kat, are you here? I don't see Catalina. Catalina 1, Catalina 2. Catalina is not present. Or she is writing? Let me see, who's writing? Catalina Cunha is here, but she cannot speak. Okay, so you're here.
¿Se escucha?
Eduardo,
Pensé que
you're
la
back.
clase era a las 9:30, mala mía.
No,
Hola.
9:30 is at Zoom. Do not worry. Okay, so do not worry about that. So Eduardo, I will write you as present. No, it was not Eduardo. Who was talking now? Who said that thought the class was at 9:30?
Yo.
Ah, it
It
was
was
you,
Eduardo.
Eduardo. Okay, it was Eduardo. Thank you. And Rocio Bueño just entered the class. So hello, Rocio.
Hello.
So I just have absent Cristobal Montero and no one else, right? No one else. Yes. Okay, awesome. So now, what are we going to be doing? Now I'm going to share the screen with you and I want you to pay attention to it. This is the information that is at Aula Virtual. You already had the chance to see Aula Virtual. So if you haven't, try to download the PDF that we have there. All right? Try to take a look at the PDF. Because that is something we are going to be using. Okay, so now tell me, can you see the document that we have in PowerPoint?
Yes.
I also shared it with you, so you can have access to it. The idea is you can see it and keep it as long as you can, because this is something that is going to be very useful for you. What is the purpose of today's lesson is that you can be able to write a letter of application, but thinking about a scholarship in an international university. Most international universities ask for a letter of motivation that is called cover letter, apart from your resume or all the information about your marks and everything, right? So they require this kind of letter that is like your presentation for the university. People from the United States and other countries are very used to writing these kind of letters or even making some videos that talk about these letters. But here in Chile, it's not that common. If you apply for a scholarship here in Chile, maybe for a master's degree, a PhD, or whatever that is, you have a commission that makes the decision if you are able to enter or not. And it's mainly based on interviews where you are going to be saying the same that you're going to be presenting in this letter. But they also ask you to write like a motivation briefly, the motivation that you have to enter to the university and the reason why they should invest in you. So let's take a look at it. First, I want you to think about these 3 questions before we start working. Which university would you like to apply to? It says find each and every possible detail before submitting a letter to this particular university. So before we start working, one of the steps that you have to do is to look for this perfect university for what your bright future is going to be in. So you are going to be thinking about the university that is going to be very helpful for your future, because in that university, that is an international one, they offer very good programs to follow your studies in the field of study that you want to pursue. It is important to emphasize in the letter that the student is applying, is a perfect fit for that place. So you have to know what the university looks for and what they have to offer. So to see if your goals fit with what the university has for you to offer. Number 2, why would you like to apply to that specific university? So think about the specific reasons. Also, I want you to think about the things that you have as unique students. So what do you have as a special person that makes you different to apply for that specific university? So why that university? What makes you special? What makes you different that makes you deserve a scholarship from that university? So if you possess any unique talents that make you stand out from the other applicants, think about that too. If you have something to offer that is different, or if you were a leader in your community, you have unique hobbies or whatever, this is the place where you have to put it. Why is it necessary to write one? Because it is easy to get put off by scholarships applications that require a cover letter. So if you don't write it well, if you don't write a very good cover letter, you can be out of a program, or you can be put behind other applicants. That's why you should write a good cover letter. Cover letters may seem annoying, but there is a bright side here. And look at the last 2 lines. A simple letter gives you another opportunity to convince the scholarship committee that you deserve to win the award. It is an award to receive a scholarship. Okay, even if it is the 50% of your scholarship, 70% or 100% of your scholarship, if you want to study a doctorate or a master after being a teacher. So think about what makes you special to deserve to win the award. You have to convince the other. So as I said, it is a letter that you write. In the letter, you should explain what makes you a great candidate for the award. You should also talk about how the scholarship will help you reach your educational career goals. And look at the sentence that I wrote here. Make the scholarship committee see the reasons why they should invest in you. So explain what makes you a great candidate, and talk about how it will help you reach your educational and career goals. What should it accomplish? Highlight your strengths, explain what your plans are for the future, and convey a clear structure. So talking about a clear structure, read the next paragraph. Of course, make sure you spell check your cover letter and proofread it several times. A cover letter with grammar mistakes will not make you look like a professional and well-educated student. So revise it, and don't do it the last minute before submitting your application. Try to read it, revise it, double check it, and then send it. Okay, so ask for people to read it for you. So I'm going to give you the instructions, and then we are going to talk about paragraph organization. Think about what graduate degree and what university do you think is best for the career you want to study at PUCV. So if you want to be a teacher of music, what graduate degree and what university abroad in another country do you think is the best for your next step after PUCD? What's your next step? Where and why? Together with your classmates, prepare your classmates, the person in your group, prepare a letter of application for a scholarship that actually exists at the chosen university and present it before the end of the class. So I'm going to show you the paragraph organization now. Then we are going to be taking a look at the PDF document that is at Aula Virtual. And after that, you're going to go to Zoom with the breakout rooms to work for 30 minutes together, preparing this letter of application. Try to use Google Doc or something you can share and edit together, because then you will have to present it, all right? You will have to read it out loud with the class. So before we go with the paragraphs organization and the video and etc., have you got any questions? Have you got any doubts that you want to share? All questions can be asked about this. No, sure, okay. I like it because Renata tells me everything. So I always look at her, because the others are like, statues. I want you to express yourselves. Let's go with the video. That is a very short video. It's not going to be so long. I'm going to mute my microphone so it doesn't affect. So I am going to be talking because the video doesn't have audio. So I'm going to be doing the talking. All right. It says how to write a cover letter for a scholarship. Important things that you have to keep in mind. The contact information. Always, of course, put the contact information, because they have to contact you back, right? So it is in the first section of your cover letter. Details should be in the upper left side of your cover letter and must include your name, email ID, contact number, and address. So keep that in mind. So name, email ID, contact number, and address. Salutation. Remember that it is formal. Remember that you have made an investigation about the university. So you cannot write a letter saying, to whom it may concern, like the kind of letters we write to a person that we really don't know. If you start a cover letter by saying, to whom it may concern, it means that you didn't take enough time investigating the names of the persons that are in the committee, or you didn't investigate who to address the letter to. So try to write the cover letter using the name of the person you are addressing the letter to. Address the concerned person or persons in the committee. It is recommended that you personalize this letter. It looks more formal, and it makes you look like a person that is prepared, right? So that is after the contact information and the salutation. We go to the first paragraph. That is the introductory paragraph. We are going to use 3 paragraphs. The introduction section is important to make good impression on the scholarship panel. This section should explain who you are. So here you are going to be talking about you and the way describing yourself in relation to the university and your accomplishments as a student. The scholarship you're interested in, so you give an introduction, you say what you're looking for, what you want, what scholarship you're applying to, and how you discover the opportunity. So you have to talk about your description, talk about the scholarship and the program you're applying for, and say how you discovered this opportunity. Look at the example given. That is a very simple example. My name is Peter Parker. I'm a graduate from that university and my desire to participate. That period shouldn't be there. In the Pembroke Science Scholarship Program. I've been accepted for the 2018 fall term. It is not like the best example, but it is one example. You will see better examples in the document that is in the PDF. So the second paragraph, skills and accomplishments. Remember, so that in the introductory paragraph, it's description, you talk about the program and the scholarship you're applying for. And then the second paragraph is the skills and accomplishments. When you describe yourself in the first paragraph, you don't talk about like in details of your skills and accomplishments. That goes in the second paragraph. This section of a cover letter for scholarship seekers should highlight why you are qualified for the position, focusing your skills and accomplishments. So now you talk about your skills and accomplishments in relation to what the scholarship and the university offers for you. There you have the example given. And finally, we are going to talk about the third paragraph that is here. The third paragraph is the closing paragraph. So remember that it is not a long letter, like a 2-page letter. It is a letter with 3 paragraphs, but they have to be very direct, simple, and very connected, coherent, formal also. Here you need to thank the panel for the opportunity to apply for the scholarship and thank them for the time they took out to get through your application. Okay, so now we are going to be looking at some examples that I have for you using the PDF document. I don't know if you had the chance to download it. Could you download it? Great. Okay, so if you download it, you're going to be looking at the same things that I am looking at. Let me show it to you. I will show it to you now. You will see yourselves. It is a formal letter writing. This is for the B2 level of C. You are writing formal letters for many reasons, not only for applying for a scholarship, but also for applying for a job. Remember that when you apply for a job, sometimes they also ask you for a cover letter plus your CV to complain also, making suggestions or request information. So how to write it, and here's the structure. Okay, we are going to be talking about the paragraphs. So the salutation and greeting, we already talked about the salutation that has to be formal and directed. Then it is in letters here with numbers, salutation and greeting. So you should know the name. You should know the name, the person you're writing to. Then we talk about the body. So here are some examples of useful phrases for the opening. For example, I would like to apply for one of the scholarships I saw advertised in your prospectus. So it is an example for a scholarship. And there are some other examples for other situations that can be formal as well. Talking about the main content, remember that all the numbers can be seen in the drawing that we have there, okay? So that was the opening. The first paragraph, we already saw it, the main context. The rest of the body will be organized in paragraphs that will make reading easier, and the effect on the target reader will be better. For example, an application letter may have this layout and paraphrasing. We have the salutation, the opening, and then talk about you. Remember the first paragraph was talking about you, the reasons why you're replying. It goes in the next paragraph, so talking about the application that you have, and the conclusion. You have the closing, the final salutation, the name and surname. Here, there are some other phrases that may be useful for you, asking politely for the reply or getting information or being grateful for something. There are some ideas for closing, especially like I look forward to hearing from you, etc. The final salutation. And here are some examples. So here, if you go down, you will see many examples of different kinds of letters. The first one is the letter of application. So you can follow the same structure, but try to respect all the things that were said before. There are some model questions for different situations that can be related to these kind of situations, for formal situations. So you can look at them, try to find one that is similar to what you're looking for. For example, letter number 3, the model question in the task is about a scholarship. So you can see the model of the letter. And as you can see here, it starts with a salutation, or the first, always start by saying what you are applying for, and then talk a little bit about you, the connection with the university. Try to make the other person know that you know what you are applying for, you know the university, and then the salutation and the closing, right? So you don't forget your name down there. There's something that does not appear here, and the letter is what I told you to write on the left side. Remember that you always have to have your contact information on the left section. But we are not going to be seeing your letter now at the end of the class. We are going to be actually listening to your application. You have to do it as a group now, and in the following lessons, you will be doing it individually. So now from 9:30 until 10 o'clock, you're going to be working with these breakout rooms together with the persons that have the same interests that you have. Have you got any question before we start and we go to Zoom?
Miss,
Sebastiana.
when we're doing the letter, do we have to like make up a person, or do we have to talk about ourselves, or?
Okay, so today in the group activity, you will be talking about something like similar to you, because since you're more than one person, you have to find like something that you have in common to make this application letter, because it is an example. It's a sample letter, because in the test that you're going to be having, the progress test that is in writing, you are going to be writing about you.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So this is like a practice for the real test.
So it's no one.
It is things that
It's
you may
like-
have in common, but the university that you're going to be investigating is this. Try to think about one that works better for both of you. So then you can use the same university and the same program in the real writing.
Okay. Thank you.
Very good question. Anybody else? No? Okay, so I know you all have the link for Zoom. Can you go to Zoom now? I'm not going to stop this call because then we are going to come back. I'm not going to end it, but I'm going to invite you to go to Zoom like now. And then we can return. I am joining now. I will go in a second. Just a second. Okay, here we we are. I'm going to admit you all. I have Sofia Carrasco, Josefa Sanchez, Rocio Aravena. I still have to admit more. Octavio. Oh, let me turn the other one off.
Grande Belén.
Belén was always here. Always saw Belén almost here. Hello again. Okay, so in 5 minutes, you're going to do the presentation. The most important thing is that you have very clear idea of the university you're applying and the scholarship. All right, so from now on, at 10 past 10, you're going to do the presentation. Ten past 10. In 2 minutes, we start. We are going to start with history and philosophy. Then we go with English. Then we have Alexis Zareki. Then we go with music and arts to continue with math. Then we go with elementary school teachers. And we finish with language and special needs education. All right? With the same numbers of the rooms that you had in Zoom. Okay, so 1 minute to start. From history, who's going to be doing the talking?
Me, miss. I'm going to write our letter.
Okay,
Yeah.
I hear you, Matthias.
Miss, there's a problem if I read it from my cell phone?
No, not at all.
Okay. Okay. I start?
Please.
Okay. Dear Sir Director, I am looking for a scholarship for the next year in the university, and I would like to be a leader of the student center and in the school. I am 18 years old and I want to study the philosophy of the history, and I'm a very intelligent student, and my strong area is the politics and education. I have been working doing tutorials for kids the last summer, and I got everyone to pass their exams. That's what I'm looking for, a scholarship to study what is my passion. I think I will be the best in the career because I love what I want to study and I have facilities to help others. I am available all of these days to go to the university and get to know the campus, and if you want, meet you personally. My sincerest thanks, me.
Okay, so my sincerest. Very good. So as I
Yes.
can see, you were using a very good language, very formal. You were talking about the name of the role of the person you were addressing the letter to, but I have to tell you that I have a doubt. What scholarship and what university you're applying for?
Oh yeah.
Because you didn't mention that, and it was supposed to be said at the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't mention it because I don't think that I have to do it.
Always in the first
Uh,
paragraph, you say what you're applying for.
yes. Well, we put it on another message that we want to have the scholarship in the Universidad Católica. We think to put it on a university from the United States, but we think now it's better to stay here, and we put the University of Católica, and I don't know if I have to say it, but we put it for the next year.
Okay, so here's the thing. It is absolutely not a bad idea, of course, that is your decision. But the idea was to do it in English because it was for applying for an international university and an actual program that really exists internationally. Because if you apply for one here in Chile, they are not going to ask you to write a letter of application in English. So try to think about that, maybe for your real progress in writing, because you will have to do it individually, like you, Matias. And who was with you? I don't know who was with you. You were doing the letter with?
And with Agustin.
With Agustin. Okay, so
with him.
Okay, so you are going to be doing it like individually next class. So try to think, because today you couldn't practice that. Try to think about a real university abroad, and it is about postgraduate studies. When I was giving the instructions, I was saying that it is for what comes next after PUCB, after starting your pedagogy here. So think about the next step. Okay, so remember for your real one, in the first paragraph, say what university and what program and what scholarship you're applying to. As in the example given, say where you found the information. So thank you, group number one. We are going to go with the English group, English pedagogy group.
Hola. ¿Ya la leo nomás?
Hello again. Yes, please. Who's going to be talking?
Yo.
Eduardo.
Exacto.
Okay,
Eduardo. Dear Mr. Guerrero, I would like to apply to the Yo Elijo Educar scholarship, which I saw advertised in the PUCB webpage. My name is Javier Figueroa, and I'm currently a senior in Liceo Parroquial San Antonio, and I live in Gómez Carreño, Viña del Mar. I want to study pedagogy in English at your education faculty. I've been involved in many courses with the Instituto Británico concerning English speaking and writing abilities. The reason I want to apply to the scholarship is because I'm fond of teaching and I'm enthusiastic about being a teacher. I have good grades in comparison to my classmates. I want to be an English teacher. Hoping for a good answer, Javier Figueroa.
Okay, so as I could see, you've got all the information in the first paragraph. That is very good. Maybe I didn't explain myself very clearly when it was supposed to be something that was after your studies. But congratulations, because you have a person to address the letter to. I would have made the closing a little bit more formal, but the rest was very good because you were talking about your personal interests in connection to the scholarship. You mentioned the name of it, and you were talking about your accomplishments as a student. So good job, the group of English. Who were in your group? Who were the members of your group, Eduardo?
Oh, buena pregunta. La Renata Milla, el cabro del micrófono, el Octavio, el Rodrigo Virdo, el Octavio y la Francisca Arancilla.
Okay, so as a future student, you must know the rule number one. People are called by the names. That is rule number one. Okay, so Eduardo.
Ya, pero creo que esos son todos. No estoy seguro si esos son todos. Que eso se me fue uno, no estoy seguro.
Okay, so thank you very much. Number three is he was all by himself. Alexis Zaregui. Alexis?
Oh, okay, I'm here.
Hello again.
I think it's well this, but okay. Anyway.
We'll see.
Dear Sim, Madam, we'd like to apply for one of special scholarship for teachers. to participate in the PUCB University for the degree of Licenciado en Educación, which title Profesor de Biología y Ciencias Naturales. At present, I am 48 years old and I am finishing my premier scholar life this year, studying the 4th grade course at the Ruben Carter School in Viña del Mar, in which I am a student. I am a strong student who loves science for all kinds and is passionate about understanding and studying them. In addition to the above, I have been in leadership course at my previous elementary school for 3 years before entering the high school, which has which has helped me to apply and develop a great passion for helping others in search of the success of the knowledge of the knowledge. I think I will be a suitable candidate for the position because I have tiny but complex abilities that can help to develop both the community, like me, in many areas, to help the community with students or different staff. I will be waiting attentively for an answer, and I will happy to receive an invitation to an interview. Yours sincerely, Alexis Sarek.
Alexis, at the beginning, you were saying that you didn't know if it was correct or not. Let me tell you that the language you used is the very appropriate language that you should be using in a letter of application. We need to fix and practice some issues with the pronunciation, but that is something that you can do through the time.
Yeah.
So do not worry about it. Pronunciation can be worked with listening to music, listening to a lot of English. But the connectors were very good. Yes, Alexis?
I mean, I have to say that I have a little nervous.
Yeah, but do not worry.
It affects my language.
Yeah, sometimes that affects. So don't let nervous affect you because you are doing very well, Alexis. There was a presentation of the program. The presentation of your characteristics in connection to the program were there. So congratulations for that. You were directing the lecture in a very formal language. That is a check for you. So good job. But do not forget, class, but that for the real progress, it is for everyone because all the groups have done the same. 1, 2, 3. It is for postgraduate studies after PUCB. Okay? So think about that for next class. Thank you very much, Alexis. What about the artists of the class? I love seeing the face of Giovanni Agüero because he's like, he opens the eyes like sometimes. Who is in the music and arts group? The musicians are gone. Felipe, what happened?
Our representative is not here, apparently.
It's not here. Who is the person representing the group?
Catalina Gui.
No,
Yep.
she is here.
Cata.
Yes, she's there.
There
She's
she
up
is.
there.
Cata, di que no murió el micro.
Love you.
I cannot hear you, Catalina. No, not again. So do not worry because Mayra wants to talk. I know it.
No.
No, she doesn't.
In sign language, you can.
Maybe Joaquin Hinojosa can help you, or maybe some other member of the group. Because Catalina has been having problems with the microphone.
If she can't talk, I can talk.
Okay, Jose, I love it. Brave girls. I like it. Okay,
Can
go
you hear me
ahead.
well, or do I?
We hear you very well.
Okay. I'm gonna read it, but I have to say that we didn't have much time to do like a much complete letter, so this is all we had.
Okay.
Dear Madam, Sir, it is my honor to write to you today as I would like to apply to a scholarship in your prestigious institution. I've been informed about a studying program and I would love to participate in it. As a future artist, it would be a very significant chance to be a part of your university, as it is one of the best in the world, and I am aware that some of the greatest artists studied there. I have always had a passion for music. Growing up, I've always participated in choirs, big bands, and I also had the opportunity to have piano lessons the last 5 years with the lead teachers in Chile. I feel like I've always been prepared to dedicate my life to this career, and I'm sure the best way to prepare myself properly is to apply to Juilliard. This university is the best for me and for the things that I would like to do in the future. and I'm certain I have the capacity and aptitudes to go through every challenge that this implies. I would appreciate it a lot that you gave me the chance to participate in your group and to be recognized to study in one of the top universities. Yours sincerely, Josefa Sanchez.
Josef, I have to congratulate you for the intonation you used and how respectful you are with the pauses and the intonation of your voice. You're a real artist when you speak in English also. So congratulations in that too. It was very involving. So I could be like following every sentence you were saying, and there was a lot of coherence in the writing you did as a group. Congratulations for that. But if you could mention Juilliard first, like at the beginning, so I can know what you're applying to, because I really want to know the exact scholarship you're searching for, like the real name of the real scholarship, like that at the beginning, in the first paragraph. But the rest was awesome, so nothing to say. Thank you very much. What about the mathematicians? Where are you, mathematicians?
Here we are.
Okay, so I'm all ears.
Okay. We applied for Harvard University, and the letter says like this: Dear Mrs. Aronis Barrios, I would like to apply as an international student for the Harvard Graduate School of Education, or HGSE, grant scholarship, which I saw advertised at the webpage of your university. I am pretty sure I acquired the necessary skills and requirements for the degree Mathematics for Teaching because of the following. First, I have been an outstanding math student in my country since I was in primary school, and I teach maths informally for the last 3 years. This experience as a teacher gives me an advantage for the career. Added to that, I approved the Pontificia Universidad Católica Valparaíso, or PUCV, Propedéutico Formación Inicial Docente, or FID, program, in which I developed self-efficacy skills and I perfected my advanced English level with Mrs. Daniela Guerra, graduated at PUCV as an English teacher. I also won the 4th place in CMAT, a competition of the PUCV Institute of Mathematics, or IMA. For all these reasons, I consider I am a competent applicant for this aid. So many thanks for the consideration, and I would appreciate if I can study in this prestigious university because it will be an awesome experience in all senses. Sincerely, Nicolás Alonso.
Okay, so I just have to say, Maximiliano Teran, you and your group did an awesome job because you follow all the steps required in terms of language and organization. Please keep that letter like somewhere as a draft for you, because that is going to be very useful for you as a draft for the future, for the real future applications. I wish you the best. Thank you very much. Elementary school students, teacher.
Acá.
There. Okay, Jose.
Ya soy con la Sebastiana, por si acaso.
Ajá.
Dear Dan Eldenstein, Faculty Director, I'm writing you this letter because I would like to apply for the Stanford University Financial Aid Scholarship. I have been looking for the most prestigious university to study elementary school in basic education, and your university is the best for it. To let you know more about me, I'm 23 years old. I live in Viña del Mar, Chile, and nowadays I am studying basic pedagogy at a university in my country. Also, my first language is Spanish, but I know how to speak very well English. In addition, I have volunteered at MAST, that is a foundation that was created by people of my school. Moreover, most of the times I volunteer to different things that involve kids. I think I would be a suitable candidate for the scholarship because I am passionate and determined person when it comes to do things that I like. Furthermore, when I face a problem, I never set aside, so I would never quit the studies. I'm available for an interview during all September, and I would be happy to attend the reunion whenever you want to. I wait for your answers. Your faithfully, Trinidad.
Excellent. Very good job. Very good job. Very well organized, and I could understand clearly what you're applying for. Congratulations, future colleagues. We are going to
Gracias.
go with language and special needs, our last group. Special need education.
Me,
Here.
I'm going to read it.
Okay, Rocio, go ahead.
No, me.
Grisel,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So I read the letter.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, dear Mr. Gerler, I hope that this letter finds you in good health. I'm writing you because I would love to apply for the Professor Amilcar Lanchu Graduate Fellowship in the Humanities Scholarship in your university, the University of Toronto. Well, I'm going to present myself. My name is Rosa Perez Gonzalez, and I am an avid reader of the classics in English. I also am part of the committee of students at my school, and I participate as a volunteer at my local Red Cross. I was awarded as an exceptional student since 8th grade, and I would love to be in an institution such as yours that challenge the mind. I think I will be a good choice of a student because I'm focused in things that I really want, like studying here. I'm applying specifically to the teaching program as I already graduated at the Catholic University of Valparaiso. But I really want to keep studying and growing as a person, and I think that the welcoming atmosphere of your campus is the right place. If you will consider me, my email is rosaperezgonzalez@gmail.com.
At.
Sincerely, Rosa.
Good. But remember, it's at, not arroba. That is only here.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Grisel. We said in one of the cases, I don't remember which one. We always have to work on pronunciation. That is something that we developed through the time, but the structure was good. I hope that you go actually there to Toronto to study one day because it is a very good place to study in. Canada always receives international students, the same as Australia. So I wish you the best for that group. In general, I have to congratulate you for doing a very good job in groups. Next class, we are going to have the class also. We are going to be having classes to check the instructions of your progress test because, as you know, according to our calendar, we have the writing evaluation next class. So, but we are not going to be just doing that. That is going to take you not much time, but we are going to start with classes, and I will give the instructions of the progress test of writing during the class. So then you will start writing. The writing test is individual, so you are all going to be having the opportunity to answer to it. It is going to be used using Aula Virtual. All right, so we will connect at 9 o'clock the following Saturday, because I think it is the 15th next Saturday, and that is holidays, if I'm not wrong. What if you let me check it to make sure that that is our calendar. I'm going to share it with you before we say goodbye, because I need you all to see it. This is our session. Today is August the 8th. So here we are about the labor market. And we are going to be having, on the 22nd, we have the class, and the following class is a progress test with the instructions, all right? So next class is the 22nd, not the 15th, because it is holiday. So we have the class on the 22nd, and on the 29th, you've got the test of writing, okay? Have you got any doubts or any questions? I see that someone is writing in the chat. Yes, I totally agree with you, Fabricio. So as I said, next class, I'll see you here. And the following lesson, we have the writing. Have a nice holiday. I will not see you up until 2 more weeks. So I hope you enjoy your weekend. See you. Goodbye.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, Miss.
Enjoy your time and the other classes.
Goodbye, Miss.
Bye. Thank you for your
Bye.
participation
Bye, Miss.
today.
Bye.